Making phone calls. Let's talk about it. In this video, we're going to cover how and where to use the Agent CRM native phone dialer. There's a few places that you're going to be using to initiate a call, and we'll also look at some of the actual key features of the dialer. Let's dive in. Inside of Agent CRM, on the top right, you're going to notice a green dialing icon. This button will always be there no matter what page you're on. So first, start off by clicking on the calling icon. You'll notice all of your leads popping up, and they can be searched by typing in the name of the contact or by simply clicking on the ones that you see. The call is initiating here. Now this one, we've got a dummy one which is not set up. Let's make sure we can do this properly here. Let's call that again. We're going to make a phone call here. It's going to, and you're going to notice a few options come up right off the bat. Once we're in the call, we can leave a message for the contact if we want to text at the same time. If we want to leave a note, there's all sorts of options, pretty self-explanatory. While I'm typing away, hey, thanks Joe, thanks Frank. Type in some information that will save it to the notes section. Some of the other features that are available on the dialer are blind transfer. This feature allows you to send that call to another person, ending the call immediately. So let's hit blind transfer and let's look at some of our options. Other team members or staff that are inside of our account will see their information here. We can click on that contact to transfer and end the call. Or, alternatively, you can also send to another number outside of the system. If you use the keypad to dial a number, you'll be able to send it off. Maybe it's some sort of provider or carrier. Maybe it's another person that you're forwarding that call to, but it will end the call right away. Another option is what's called warm transfer. With this, you're going to pause the call. You're going to initiate a connection with the other person and then bring them into a three-way call. Now, this is not a long-term conference calling feature, but it will allow you to make that connection and have a three-way for a brief amount of time. Then you jump off the call and you've passed them over. That's the blind and warm transfer. Also notice standard features like warm call mute. Scripts, we'll cover that in another video, how you can add and customize specific calling scripts. And then, of course, dialing and end call. So let's hang up here and show some of the other options. After the custom dispositions to track what happens on that conversation, but let's look at one of the other ways that we're engaging with our contacts. If we go into some of the contact profiles themselves, let's look at one that's set up a little bit differently. We're going to jump over here. And after I have a conversation, I have the ability here to say what happens next. Not just is this answer or no answer, but do I want to trigger a follow-up message? For example, if I just made a phone call to this contact, they were a lead and maybe I couldn't actually reach them. So I can toggle no contact and it will send a message, hey, I tried to reach you. Or maybe we booked over the phone and I can just manually change it to appointment booked, or you get the point. This is the main disposition feature that triggers all of the follow-up actions. Add yourself as a contact, give yourself a call and experiment and experience how the system works. Another place that you can make the call is in the contact profile itself. We already covered how to use the top right calling icon, but inside of a contact profile, you'll also notice if there is a phone number, a dialing icon will appear. Clicking on that dialing icon will initiate the call on the top. You can see that's going through. And we follow the same steps. Let's cover 1/3 place, a few extra bonus options. If you're using the opportunities or pipeline feature, When you have contacts present, you're going to also notice the phone icon here. So clicking on this phone icon will also initiate the same actions. Let's do that together for a quick review. Call, and notice at the top, calling feature initiated. I'm going to hang up. If you're using the pipeline, follow the pipeline training and it will show you how to do some of the similar post-call actions. If you're dragging people along to trigger different follow-ups, you can do that here as well to log and track your progress. One final tip about how to optimize or use this system effectively is that from time to time you may be doing dialing sessions. You've got a segment of your contacts. Maybe you're going to focus on new leads. Maybe you're going to call people who you've already tried to reach out to, people you've designated as no contact. Follow the Smart List training to understand how to segment and categorize people. But let's just see here one example. Let's say we're going to call our clients. So I've created a list of clients and maybe I want to check in as just a general check-in. I have some time and I'm going to see how they're doing just so they don't forget about me. I click on that specific list. There's some filters that make me confident this is just a client list. And you can see we've got only the clients. In this one, I've got about roughly 10 people on my client list. Now, if I click on any single individual, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 contacts here. I'm a new agent in this example. I'm going to click on the first one, and you're going to notice in the contact profile, it says 1 out of 8. So if I call this person, Joe Test, in this example, we use the contact profile. We hit the call button here. Let's make myself a little smaller. If I hit the call button and I make the call, I can click on the top left. Next. You see now 2 out of 8. Next, 3 out of 8. This allows me to go through lists that are segmented and focused. There's a few other ways you can use the dialing system as well, but this is one of the easiest and most straightforward ways to pick a segment of your audience, dial away, and work through those lists one contact at a time. Whether you're calling leads, whether you're doing cross-sells to clients or more, use these features and settings to optimize your use of the system. Reach out if you have any questions or if you want to find other ways to optimize your dialing of the system. If you are looking for extra multi-line dialers or third-party dialers, check out Extras account upgrades, but this is where everyone starts and there's a lot of tools to keep you busy. Happy dialing